Chatting with Cherubs.
Hello and welcome back to episode 25 of Chatting with Cherubs with me, Morgan Reese, and the amazing.
Josh Jones.
Yay!
Yay.
Woo! Should we tell them what's going on?
It's our first ever one on Zoom.
We're doing one on Zoom because we didn't realize the podcast studio shuts over Christmas.
Yeah, we should have looked into that really.
Yeah, and it's not open till Jan, so it's going to be a lot of these ones. So apologies if it sounds a bit different or if it sounds a little bit cranky. You're going to have to just give us some Christmas joy, give us some Christmas leeway.
I'm not going to see you now till after New Year then.
I know I'm not up. My moving date in London's been pushed back to the end of Jan as well.
Or is it? I'll probably see you before that though.
Yeah. But we've got
I,
so
I
much to
was
catch.
I was supposed to stay at yours, but I'm not now.
No. I'm gonna miss you. It's been ages.
I know it's been a couple of weeks.
Ooh, we don't do well this far apart.
No, you've been proper being a first trapping as well.
Well, I have a little bit, not too much since that weird forum started about me.
Oh yeah, did we speak about that on the
I'm
last
not. I
podcast?
think possibly we might have spoken about it. AK, people have been screenshotting photos of me,
And
and
putting them on the web,
put
the
them on the web.
interwebs.
And my mum found it. It was like, oh, mortified. I go, what? My mum never WhatsApps me.
It's
I was
weird
like,
because I think your mum was actually searching for nudes of me, and then she found yours.
I wouldn't put it past her. She wants to know everything.
Does she?
No, yeah, a little bit. She wants to know everything. They hate knowing everything. But it was
I
so. Oh, I've got someone messaged me on Instagram. Apparently, someone's been using my photos on Grinder.
oh really?
Yeah, someone sent me a message going, "I just shot in the dark. You in Romford?"
That happens a lot. That I remember it happened to me years ago.
Yeah. How did you get around it?
I didn't be able to do anything about it.
There's this lookalike, this cat copycat is still out there.
Yeah, but what they're gonna when they meet him, they're gonna be like, "Well, that's not him."
Yeah. Oh,
Do
that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just like recruiting all these photos, all these news, all these. They want to pretend to be you. They probably send voice notes as you.
And I'm not on any dating apps anymore at the moment because of speaking to that new guy.
Yeah.
Um, but like before him, when I went back on the dating apps when me and Fingy split up about 3 or 4 months ago, whenever it was, um, like now some because some people know who you are when you go on the
Yeah.
dating apps, everyone's like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've had that. It's strange that it's well, obviously it's very new to both of us. It's
Yeah.
it does, I guess it helps get rid of those first few awkward steps, but those first few steps
I
can be
got
quite
well
good
more,
fun.
yeah, I know, but I got well more matches. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Did they help? What were
Yeah.
the photos? You on 8 out of 10 cats, you on Jonathan Ross,
Well,
you accepting
actually,
your award.
this was about a year and a bit ago. Um, I did have a photo of me on 8 out of 10 cats on my on my
I
Tinder, and then I can't remember who I told, and it was like, "Josh, that is so embarrassing. You have to take it down." But there was loads of photos of me on TV, but like, right, people are on there flexing abs every day, which I find embarrassing. When I see topless photos on Tinder, like I swear no,
Yeah,
because I'd rather see it myself. I quite like my body, and I have
yeah,
photos of me topless, but like I think for Tinder and stuff, well, it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a shag, put topless photos on.
yeah, big
But
time.
if you're looking for like, your future husband, I
Yeah,
don't know. Maybe like you can, but they've got to be like at a beach or something. Like I
yeah,
feel
not
like,
tiger with your top off.
yeah. I feel like they should be like a, a reason. And I
Yeah,
love a topless photo.
who doesn't love a topless photo? I
Who
took a
doesn't?
topless photo in your house. In
Did you? Where?
the bathroom.
Did you? That's
Yeah,
good.
I put it. It was.
Was my mirror clean?
I cleaned it.
Okay, that's good to know.
It was that
Um,
I put it up, I put a photo up. It was the day after I think Jade's party. I put one up. No, it wouldn't have been Jade's party because I was doing that was
you
November
was
and it wasn't.
hungover.
Yeah, but you look so lean when you're hungover though, don't you? That's the
Yeah.
one good part. That's the one good thing about being hungover. You look dead
You wouldn't
slim.
have done that night though, because I ordered about 60 quid's worth of pizza when we
Oh
got
yeah,
home.
I remember. So
Yeah.
what was it? I was staying anyway. It was one of the first Trap Advent calendar ones, but everyone kept on commenting, going, "Yeah, you look great, but your nails are stinking."
Your
So
nails.
people were looking at my nails.
Oh wow, what was wrong with your
I
nails?
just had a little bit of muck underneath the tips. But people,
Oh.
when people were going, people were like sending like vomiting emojis. I didn't have like shit on my hand. I don't know what they were expecting.
Oh, that's interesting. I want to see your nails now. Is
Oh,
what have
I,
you
I had, I have,
text what's that with the photo?
what, I don't know whether I don't know whether I've got a photo of it. Let's double check now. I'll send
I
it to
hope
you.
it wasn't a video of you wanking in my bathroom.
No, I didn't video that. No, Joe, I
Oh,
wasn't
so
doing
you
it
did
either.
do it, did
I
you?
don't
Do it.
know. Let me scroll through. I'll find it for you slowly and then I'll send it to you. But I don't think it was that bad.
I've
But
sent a naughty photo recently.
tell me more about it. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, like nude.
Oh,
I
what are we
know
talking? Bum,
it's
top, bottom, all of it.
just full on dick. But
Yours?
it's to someone, yes, but it's to someone I am actually like, you know, in in things with. Do you know what I mean? So it's not that
Wow,
bad.
is it that raw in
Yeah.
things with? I thought you
Like, well,
in
I
the
don't
go.
want to call him my boyfriend because we've not called each other that yet.
Oh, it's still very early days, but I know what you mean. It sounded like you were gonna go. When I'm in negotiations with, I'm in
Yeah, well,
conversations with.
we're in talks. We're in talks. Our managers are having meetings at the moment. I
His
just want to
people.
say he's not a comedian, actually.
No, no, no. His people are talking to your people.
Yeah, our, but but yeah, it's I don't know how much I should say really, but it's someone who I've known for years,
Yeah.
and then neither of us have been single, and then when he found out I was single, things went from friends to I've seen his Willa.
Well, we might as well just say it as it's the podcast. It's the Christmas special. It's me.
Yeah, it's
It's me.
Morgan.
It's just not me at all.
Yeah.
but but
No.
yeah, I can't send there used to be a thing, don't put your face in it, don't put your face in it. But I've got an arm tattoo now, so I gotta like
Oh
I
yeah.
got none of me in it.
Well, I promised my agent I wouldn't be sending nudes anyway, but I think it's fine because it's to someone who
Yeah.
like it's not just as like one random. It's not. I've not just sent it on Grinder.
Yeah, no, I've
Although I
made
don't
that
want to
mistake.
sound judgy, I have done that in the past, but I mean I've not done it since doing stand up.
Yeah, no, I've knocked that on the head. I'm not on the apps anymore. I've had a horny morning ever so often, but I'm not on it anymore.
You can go on the apps. Just I think if you've like building up a bit of a profile, you should keep your willy in your pants and
we
until they're in real life.
we've all got to learn from Joel Dommett, don't we? We've all got to learn from Joel.
Yeah, but well, because me and Joel are with the same agency, so I feel like my agent was like, "Don't be doing
Yeah.
wanking videos," but I have, and
I think I want to be the first one to get their dick out at my agency. I think that's what I'm going to go for.
I'm gonna have a look right now on your roster, and I'll be like, I bet some of them have had the dicks out.
Really? Do you think?
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll look. I'll
I
get.
think. Well, because the guy I'm at the moment he's in Aberdeen.
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean? So like, what am I supposed to do? You know,
Yeah.
just
No, you're not. You're not an angel.
send
You're gonna.
poetry. No,
Yeah.
show me the dick.
You reading all that poetry, those erotic novels he's sending you, those prose. You're getting hard on prose.
Yeah, I've had quite a few people message me recently who listen to the podcast, saying, "Oh, you've not been speaking about bumming as much." And it's because I've not been doing it as much. But now there's a new guy on the scene.
Yeah.
Expecting more bumming chat.
Return of the bum. Once again,
Return
return
of
of
the
the bum.
anal. I've spotted some people on here on your on at your agency. I'm like, they've sent dick pics.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, because we had to we had to like take last week's episode down and re-upload it because we kept on saying people's names and we kept on saying gossip. So
yeah.
let's hold it off
We
to
won't. Yeah, I
afterwards.
won't say the names. I'd shag a few people on your agency.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't because I'd never shag a comedian. But if I wasn't a comedian,
Yeah.
um, yeah, God, I didn't realize how many people they had. Busy, busy, busy.
They are very busy these days. But Josh, I haven't seen you. We haven't spoken about it on the podcast. Your 30th. You went to Berlin.
I went to Berlin and you was not invited.
Yeah, I couldn't like make it anyway. I had like loads of things not to do.
I actually had strangers message me who neither of us know who listens to the podcast saying, I can't believe you didn't invite Morgan to Berlin. But I
Really?
went with two friends from home I didn't go with any comedian friends.
Yeah.
Relax, me and Morgan are still very good friends. He's taking nudes in my bathroom. It's fine.
We put it down as house sitting, but really I'm
Yeah,
just
just
mixing.
that. How many? Oh, before I get on to Billy, how many people do I know who you've took topless photos in the bathroom?
Oh, only yours. I haven't stayed over anyone else's
Oh,
house really.
I feel privileged.
That's all right.
So yeah, Berlin was fucking mint. It was great to have a week away and also not be with comedians, so we didn't speak about comedy at all, which
Oh,
was
it's so healthy to disassociate with it.
uh,
It's you need
well,
to.
I spoke about it a bit, but they've got like really serious jobs, and I find it funny when like they speak about their serious jobs, and I'm like, oh, tell me about it. I did this rough gig, but um, but yeah, so went to Berlin, did loads of fun stuff. Went to the Berlin dungeons.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, it was good. Well, I told you that I was going to collect all the dungeons because I've been to all the UK ones.
Yeah,
So then I was going to go, I went to Berlin, and then on the list was Amsterdam, Hamburg, and Shanghai.
nice.
But now I've been to the Berlin one, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to bother with Shanghai because they
Hmm.
use a lot of the same jokes.
Oh, you go there for the comedy. You do love
Well, no,
comedy.
but it's the same script. They have the same
Oh,
scenes, like torture scenes. Sorry, can I just eat this chocolate because it's been in my hand for 2 full minutes?
yeah, sure.
Right, sorry,
If it's not ice, it's chocolate.
I can't help it. So I bought these chocolates from my grandma yesterday,
And you're
and
eating
then
them.
when I got back, I just ate them. They're so good, so I'm gonna have to buy some more today. Anyway, right, I've had it now. It's
Yeah.
really good. It's like white chocolate with jam in it. So sorry. Right, so I yeah, we went to the dungeons, but they do also
Yeah.
the dungeons was really good, but there was a guy there from London
Mhm.
with his missus, right? And it was you could tell that do you know when like someone's like so riddled with like toxic masculinity that they can't have a laugh because they can't be the butt of the joke?
Yeah. I think I've been that person a couple of times, but I know the individual you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like and because the London dungeons they ask you questions like the done well this was Berlin ones but they ask you questions it's like improv and the actors they're just trying to do a job.
Yeah.
And there was the woman who was doing the torture chamber bit. She was like saying like asking him questions. Like first of all, he stood on a chain, and I was like, that's quite rude because he
Yeah.
thought it was funny. And he's like, God, she doesn't need this. And then when
Ugh.
she was like, get in the cage, and he was like, no, and he had like a standoff. Whereas normally people just get in because
Yeah, have a laugh, go with it.
yeah,
Yes,
have a
and
laugh. And you could see he was like trying to have a laugh with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was mortified. And then me
oh,
and my friends were like, they're gonna have a big argument after because he really embarrassed her because he was like, the woman was like, "What's your name?" And he was like, "What's your name?" And was like, "Oh
oh
god,
God, aren't they the worst? I mean, like
yeah,
she's at AK, she's had to deal with a
a
heckler
prick,
there, a
yeah."
prick. Uh,
But the thing is, he's just like he it's funny because no one there thinks he's like laughing, but no one there finds him funny, and he's embarrassed. So that's why he's kicking off.
Yeah. Do you think he's
And
doubling down? He's like,
yeah, he's like, because if he was with his mates who were probably all quite similar to him, they would be
yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" But
Oh
he
my
was,
God, Dave, I can't believe you said that.
yeah, but he wasn't. He was with strangers, and all of us are like, you would get involved. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, like him, like trying to be like the class clown, just made him look like an absolute idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, a toxic male floundering. Is that the word? We had it
Yeah.
yesterday. I was at Christmas gigs and peak Christmas gig time doing Cardiff Glee yesterday. Four engineers, young lads, probably our age, maybe a bit younger. And they were like, wait, whenever like, so I think I talked about, I said about being queer, did a bumming joke, and they went, oh, and like this. I was like, okay, what's this? And then they try to be funny, and then I tell you one thing: it is one of the consequences of being queer is that we have a real superpower for shutting up straight toxic men.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
especially on stage. I always find it funny when not funny like haha, like funny like interesting. When
yeah,
we're at a gig and there's like blokes in the audience and I'm like, "Oh, are you mates or whatever?" And then one of them will be like, "No, it's his boyfriend." And they
yeah,
are straight people. I'm like, "Oh, it's because two guys being in a relationship is hilarious."
yeah. Get that
Fucking
all the
idiot. And then if you bring that up, then you just embarrass them for being dicks. But yeah, this guy in Berlin, I really had an epiphany. And it made me like a lot of the guys when you see people being pricks like that, like laddie lads,
yeah,
it's because they're like embarrassed. And it's
yeah.
all like they're they're trying to make a joke of it, but they because they're embarrassed and they don't want to be the butt of the joke, but then they look an idiot because they too in their own head. Do
Yeah,
you
I
know what
want
I mean?
I want to probe. What do you mean? What are they embarrassed about?
I don't like because the woman started speaking to him. He was like, "Oh, he would have been like, oh, this is like embarrassing, and because he's the sort of person who'd be like, find that sort of dungeons with the improv and the actors quite cringy, which it is. It is
Yeah,
super cringy, but that's why I fucking live for it because
yeah.
like
You play
it,
into it. You're
yeah,
there
it's
for the
just like
cringe.
yeah, it's stupid, isn't it? But like because he can't let himself be like cringy or let himself go, then God, I'm so deep. I'm an absolute psychologist.
Well, talking about cringe, I went day drinking at the Panto about a week ago. Hands down, one of the best days of the year. I had such a wonderful time.
Which panto? Is this when you text me? I
I was at the
don't know.
London Palladium Panto.
I don't know.
Oh God, I tell you what, we missed the first half. We got there in plenty of time. We were queuing for ages at the bar. They went, right, bar shut, show starting. Whoa, 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 we've been here for ages. Can we not get a drink? Look, no, you can't have a drink until the interval. I said, oh, when's the interval? You got your hands are sort of going. I don't drink that much anymore, so I'd penciled that day in for quite some time. They
Yeah,
said, oh, the interval isn't for an hour and 20 minutes.
yeah. I
All right.
did that at a show in Berlin. We went to this cabaret. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And
I love cabaret.
they wouldn't let us take drinks into the thing. But it wasn't cabaret. It was an assault to the senses. It was called Arise, and it was sold as like like the best show in Berlin or whatever, and
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
massive production. But it was like fucking Transformers. It felt like Michael Bay had like directed it. Like my
Yeah.
eyes, I've never seen so much pyrotechnics. And then after it, me and both my friends, we went for food after, and we just sat there like my eyes are hurting, like the lights in my
Yeah.
eyes were insane. They had acrobats, which were amazing. So when the
Yeah.
acrobats came out, everybody loved it. But they had like really talented people but absolutely no direction. So there was like 100 performers
Wow.
and like loads of can girls and everything. And like individually, everything was great, but it's just an absolute mess. And then the stage kept moving, and it was like water fountains.
Woo!
And it's like this massive production. I've never seen anything like it, but it really needed like a British person to come in and be like, right, everyone, calm the fuck down. This is mental. There's no story. You just lights in your face. There was some dickhead in a fully black tracksuit with that was see-through. And he was there for the whole thing, and I don't understand the purpose of him. I don't know why he was there. And like, yeah, there was a guy rapping in German and then in English.
Yeah.
And then that was all right, but it didn't really, yeah. And when the main singers came out and the performers, everyone was like, mm. But when the acrobats came out, but the acrobats are, so the show was a couple of hours, and altogether the acrobats were there for about 10 minutes.
Ooh, I'd be a
So,
bit annoyed.
so 10 minutes of it was great. And the singing was good. Everyone was super talented, but it was just so much. It was like it made Eurovision look tame. It was like
Really?
we was all sat there like this is mental, and the people around us were like, "What the fuck?" But I think we were sat near some more like English people,
Yeah.
and basically they were all like, "Oh," but I could see like Germans in the bottom like loving it,
Mm.
and yeah, I can't imagine like a British person enjoying it. I think we'd be like, "This is just too much. This is too much."
I'm with you. I'm with you. Isn't this strange? It's like 'cause I actually went to see a cabaret thing as well, cabaret and circus, and I thought it was brilliant. I
Yeah, I
absolutely
would.
loved it.
I love cabaret and circus when it is that. This was everything. This had everything in it, and it was just it was there was like let's just do everything, and it
Yeah,
was like no, let's get rid of some stuff.
yeah. It was.
It was
Oh,
wild.
is this TMI? Is this TMI? It's about sexual pasts. Okay, I've slept with a lot of circus performers and aerialists, but I'd never. But they were like, "Oh, do you want to come and watch the show?"
You
We're
do
still
have a
friends.
type
What aerialists?
and dancers.
I do have a thing for dancers, yeah.
You do have a thing for dancers. The guy I'm dating at the moment is an ex dancer.
Oh,
Yeah,
well done, he's ex. Well done, he's an ex
yeah.
dancer.
He can put his leg over his head.
Oh, lucky you.
I know,
Oh,
but
that's wasted on you.
he's a top though, isn't he?
Yeah, God.
But I said I'm gonna put it. No, actually, I'll tell you later.
Oh,
Oh
oh,
no,
oh,
fuck it, I'll
oh,
tell you. I said he can do the split, so then I can put him on one kitchen side and one kitchen side, and then him in at the bottom.
I know your
Yeah,
kitchen as well. That's so doable.
it
That's so
is
it's.
doable.
I mean, it looks directly into the neighbour's kitchen, but
Yeah.
it depends which way you do it. Put them off their dinner or put them on their dinner. It depends
I
what they
think
like.
they'll love it.
Yeah. You have to wait till everyone's out. Otherwise, you sort of just go, oh, I'd love a cup of tea. But
I can shut the blinds, Morgan.
yeah, I'm talking about your housemates just going, oh,
Oh, it's only Luke.
he won't mind.
He won't
He
mind.
can work around it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
I might as well. I should just peek behind the curtain. The only other I couldn't record this in my living room. It would then sound a bit too echoey or something. So I'm recording it in my bedroom. So I'm currently sat on the bed. So apologies if the microphone is tinging with the moving of the mic. But just I bought. But the only reason is because I can see it's in my fun drawer. Uh, I bought some condoms from Amazon. You
oh,
know,
did you?
you can get some like good discounts on it, and I must have done it a little bit tipsy or in a brain fog because it came through. It cost me £30. This £30. How many condoms do you think came
I don't know. Um,
for £30?
30?
No,
Less.
we'll price it. We'll do the price is right. It's more
More.
higher
100.
higher.
More than 100.
Yeah.
Oh my word. I don't think they're gonna work. Um 200?
No, no. I'll show you the box now. 144 condoms.
That's such a random number.
Well, I think it's 12 squared, isn't it? So it must be like some sort of
Have you
packet.
used one?
I haven't yet. For reasons I'll tell you afterwards. I'm absolutely clean. It's just a new person. But yeah, it's too many condoms to own.
Yeah,
It invites so many questions.
yeah,
144 condoms.
yeah, that is loads. They and that box doesn't look like they don't look. It doesn't look like a good box to get condoms out of.
It's Durex. I mean, like
I know, but I mean, when it's like a big, do you know when it's like a massive box? It's like if someone is like, "Oh, here's my lube," and they bring out like a liter.
yeah, yeah. It's a cash and carry lube.
Yeah, they're like, get out the lube, and they're like, boom.
Yeah, I think I lift that in the gym. What's going on?
There's a comedian. I'm not going to say his name.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'm going to text you him, and
Okay.
and I'm going to see if you know him.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, we've got my Wi-Fi on, but carry on telling the story.
so he told me about getting fisted because he likes to get fisted,
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
and he makes his own lube.
You're kidding.
Do you know who it is? I've sent you the text.
I
Do you know?
don't know who this is.
Yeah, right. So yeah, he told me that he makes his own lube, yeah, and then puts it in the fridge in jars.
No, he doesn't.
That's what he said to me.
He makes it himself, then he puts it in jars, and then in the
Yeah,
fridge. I
I
got
think
so much.
it's like industrial fisting lube. I think it might be what they probe cows with on farms.
But he
If
makes it.
anyone's into fisting, please message us and tell us if you make your
Yeah,
own lube.
because
I'm
we.
sure they do. It makes sense. I wouldn't want to get fisted with just the lube I use.
No, but I don't think it's the fact it's lube. I think it's making it himself.
Oh
Because
yeah, I think it's like powdered farm, and you put I don't know water or something in it, and then you
what's
make.
this? What,
I don't know. I've never made lube.
who is this Walter White of lube?
I
This
don't know.
a breaking batty or whatever
Yeah.
you call it. Uh,
Um. Yeah. I've.
God, and he puts it in jars. I hope he lives by himself. Chuck it in the fridge.
No, I think he's got a partner. I think they both do it. I
Oh
don't know.
well, I mean, like
He
that's
spoke
fine.
really openly about it, and he was telling me
Yeah,
about it.
as openly as his asshole.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he makes his own lube, which is
It's such a
um
funny thing
yeah.
to make.
It's just some. Do you like if you was at his house and you're like, oh, can I have, and you just make yourself a cup of tea, or whatever, and then
Yeah.
you like open the fridge and there's just a jar of lube.
Yeah. Why does this jar say Monday?
Yeah, but oh yeah, they'll have to date it, like when people make homemade jam or whatever.
Oh, best before.
Yeah, and do you think they put do you know like they get the cute little paper things over the top and put an elastic band over it to make it like a
Yeah,
cute
yeah,
little jam
yeah.
jar?
Your little jam jar that you sent to your nan at
Yeah,
Christmas.
but yeah, he used to make his own lube for fisting, which makes sense because I've never been fisted, but I wouldn't want to do it with just my lube because I
No,
just use
you
like
need
normal
specialist
Durex
lube.
lube. So I feel like I would want I'd want the best lube ever.
I mean, I didn't do it, but someone asked me to once, and they
What for
because
your meat cleavers?
my big old
Yeah.
hands.
It looks like a boiled ham, your hand.
I do have massive hands, good for the piano, and I'm gonna say it, bad for fisting. You don't want to be taking these really,
But
but
maybe it's good for fisting. Because I
yeah,
think if they want a fit, I feel like mine would be good for fisting.
yeah, you've got a fit. You've got sort of like nice slim, what you call wrists.
Yeah, I've slim wrist, but I've still got quite a chunky hand.
Yeah, and a
Um,
strong hand you could open.
yeah.
Uh,
Also, like when the this is when you fist someone. Well,
yeah.
neither of us know, but what where are you, what are you where how far are you supposed to go in?
Don't
Elbow?
know.
No.
No, I think it's up for a preference, like season to taste. It's
Yeah.
because I got thick old forearms as well. Short arms, but thick old forearms.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. You'll fucking rip someone in half.
But when
I
they
think
put
they'd be better off with my leg than your forearm.
you got lovely legs from all your running.
I do have nice legs. Actually, I have quite muscly legs. Maybe they'd let me foot them.
That's a thing, isn't it?
Footing?
But in must be.
Yeah, someone's putting foots in. I've wanked someone off with my feet, but I've never been footed.
No, no, you did a great big routine about that in your
Yeah, I
award
did.
nominated show.
Yes, I did. That's what they're giving awards out for now, is it? Well, no, I didn't win, just got nominated.
If you
But
want to see that foot material, go and watch Josh at the Soho Theatre next year, by the way.
well done, Morgan. Yeah, I'm doing the at the Soho Theatre on the first weekend of February, and that's the last time I'm doing the show. And I'm currently writing a new show, and
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be talking about wanking feet in that feet wanking.
Oh, I should say a little bit of news. I know we do usually plugs at the end. I am gonna do by and large a few more times.
Yeah, good. We spoke about this doing a little
Yeah.
tour.
So I'm only gonna do like 4 or 5 dates. It's at the moment it's looking like Manchester, London, a little Bristol one, and possibly Cardiff.
Oh yeah, go watch it. It's great. Um, can I ask you a question?
Hit me.
Sorry, I've got another chocolate. I'll eat that. I when I want to carry on with fisting if that's all right, actually.
Yeah, please do.
So with people would have footed. Do you think anyone's put a full head up there?
Oh, who hasn't done anything? I mean, like it's all been ticked off. Someone has definitely stuck their head in there. Um, I'm a. I tell you what, if you stick your head in there, how do you think you get it out? Do you think say you're the person that put your head in? Do you think you walk back, or you ask that person to walk forward?
Oh, I don't know. No, you'd probably just push him off. You'd have to you'd have to go in with a snorkel though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
So you can breathe.
yeah. Would you put the
Yeah.
flippers on just for fucks?
Yeah, full flippers.
It's just a
Um,
snorkel breathing that. It's like, yeah, that's definitely happened. It's a
I think
hundred.
those diving suits are quite sexy, actually. Do you know when you see someone in a full diving suit coming out of the ocean?
Yeah, you're into rubber. You're a rubber guy.
Oh, I don't think so, not really. I told you about I spoke about in last year's show when I worked at that place and they were all the rubber guys were there and I had to serve a dog on the floor.
Yeah.
A rubber dog. Yeah, it was weird. But it'd be
Yeah, but I
good.
do. I sort of see it because it's smooth. It sort of shows that person's body, their frame. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
The glean off it all is
It is
nice.
the rubber thing is quite big. I don't think it's never really been for me. Even like the uniform, do you know, it's not really been for me until recently. Recently, do you know, like if you're walking down somewhere and you see like police cars or if someone's getting arrested, I do
Yeah.
always have a little look at the copper and be like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I have
Is it?
a little fan.
Well, I don't
I'm
know.
not.
Police officers do have that sort of chunky uniform that makes them look quite almost sort of robotic and a little bit sort of like muscular, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think they've got big boots, haven't they?
I 100% behind you with the big boots. There's
I
something
like
about big
those.
boots.
I like the boots. I don't really think the fireman outfit is that sexy.
No, no. Is it all uniforms at the moment, or
No, please.
yeah?
I
Costa.
do. I do like the ambulance uniform actually a little bit because I like a dark green.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, talking about dark. Have you seen my TikTok that I put up yesterday?
no, I'm not. I don't really go
I'll.
on TikTok.
I don't. I posted and I don't look at it.
Yeah,
I
same.
haven't got notifications on my social media. I don't see anything. Uh, this happened yesterday. I checked on my TikTok, but I'll say the story here. I was doing Cardiff Glee last night. Driving back, I'm in a Tesco Express petrol station. I'm still quite amped from the gig, and there's a big long queue at this Tesco Express petrol station. I'm second in the queue, and in front of me there's a woman, and she pays, and she turns around. I can see she's in an Asda uniform. We're in Tesco. She's in an Asda uniform. So just jokingly, and I'm still pumped up. I went, oh, Judas, little traitor,
And
and she
what did
looks
she say?
and no one giggles, no one says anything. She looks furious at me, like real daggers. Like, what the fuck you on about? Who the fuck? That's the eyes. Her eyes are what the fuck. And then I look closely. She's not in an Asda uniform. It's just a green jumper.
Oh God.
Oh no! I didn't. I was too mortified. I didn't have the no spontaneity in the moment to explain the mistake. But I was
I
so embarrassed.
I'm going to embarrass you more because you mentioned your TikTok. I'm going to read out some of the comments on your TikTok.
Oh, which video is important?
I
Which video?
found the one where you've got no top on and you're
Oh,
brushing your teeth. And I did that one on purpose because I knew that they would first.
oh God, that's on Spit Reddit. That's managed to
Some
find
of
its
them
way
will be
to.
listening. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm on Spit Reddit.
Yeah, right. Well, these little. I'm glad that wasn't my mirror. I would have kicked your fucking head in. But these people first over you so much. So basically, Morgan spits on a mirror with no top on TikTok.
It's to do with I say, but my house, I share a
Yeah,
bathroom,
there's a
and my
joke.
mirrors all. Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah,
I'm not just.
it's a joke, but we do know we did it for these comments.
I didn't have to
Yeah.
be topless in it. That would be
No,
that's
yeah. So a lot of hi, I'm a mirror. Um
yeah.
um yeah, a lot of daddy, I mean daddy. A
Oh.
lot of that.
Oh. Have you ever
Um
said daddy?
let's move on. Right. Um Not right. Okay, right. Recently, yes, but I don't really like it. But the person who yeah, likes it a little bit.
Oh,
But I
really?
don't think it. I don't think it sounds good in my accent.
Let's say
Daddy, hey,
that.
daddy,
I think it's how you.
daddy.
It is how you do the second syllable. Dada.
Hello, daddy. But
Chatting with cherubs.
I think there's a couple of things we should say. Thank you to everyone for listening to the show. Also,
yeah,
also an absolute massive Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for listening.
I hope
Uh,
you all get what you want.
yeah,
Homemade lube.
homemade lube. That'll be our merch. That'll be our
Yeah.
2023 merch.
Maybe we should make some homemade lube and we should.
That'll be.
I
Well, we
think
swap it in the new year.
if the podcast gets big enough for merch, I think we would sell quite a bit of lube.
Yeah, I am a little bit surprised we haven't had some sex toys people or some queer things get in touch. But if there's any
Yeah.
queer products or queer people want to get in touch with the show, we would love a sponsor.
We could mold our fists for fisting
Yeah,
dildos. Yeah.
that's actually a really good idea. I
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening to the show. We're really trying to grow the podcast in the next sort of year. We're overwhelmed by the amount of people that are listening. We're so overjoyed with that.
Quite underwhelmed by the people who are watching.
Yeah,
But...
that is turns out we've got faces people would like to listen to. But
Yeah. And the thing is as well, when I've joked on stuff before and said, oh, no one watches, and then people go, oh, and then people do message me like, oh, I love to watch. And then loads of people message saying, I watch so I can see Morgan. I'm like,
oh,
I'm like, fair enough. Yeah, I'm a minger then. Just sitting eating my chocolate and moan about Disney World.
but I'm this time next week I'm gonna be sober Pringle for 100 days, and then I'm doing half marathon training until May. I'm gonna be a twig. I'm twink in 2023.
You're looking very slender.
Thank you. And I've been eating like a pig, but that's only because I think
Um,
I know I'm giving up booze on the horizon. But I haven't had a drink in like over a week. It's all been great. I'll have Christmas Day, Boxing Day, boom, done until May. It'll be good. Right, yo, we're waffling. Let's wrap this up. Everyone, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Look up the reminder of Josh's show dates. Look up for work in progresses in the year from both myself. Follow us on social media. If you guys want to get in touch with the show, it is chattingwithcherubs@gmail.com. But otherwise, guys, we'll see you guys next Thursday. Have a wonderful Christmas, and we will see you then. Josh, 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas. Oh, bye-bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
I'm eating chocolates.